Hello, this is Winnie Dow, and today I would like to talk to you about choosing a matron or patron saint in the Eastern Orthodox Church. I chose this topic because I'm active in some Eastern Orthodox groups on Facebook, and this has been a topic that comes up every week. I would say sometimes 2 or 3 times in a week. A lot of catechumens have a lot of questions about how to choose a patron saint or a matron saint. Um, First of all, I would like to clarify that this is different for every person. And first of all, it's going to depend on what your priest does. Some priests choose it for you. Some others let you be the one who chooses the patron saint. In our particular case, which I would like to share with you all, the priest that Christ made it us, the priest that received us into the Eastern Orthodox Church, he let us choose. He made some suggestions, but he let us choose. Um, for my husband, his name is Herman. So actually, his name was German, but in Spanish you pronounce it Herman. So he went with Saint Herman of Alaska. Then he legally changed it to Herman, spelled as in Saint Herman of Alaska. He chose him because he liked the story of this saint, but also because he already had the name, so he felt like there was no coincidence. My son, his name was William German. Again, in Spanish, German was pronounced Herman or Herman. But here in the States, they pronounce it German. So I wanted him to go with Saint Herman of Alaska too, but he decided that he felt more identified with Saint Seraphim of Sarov. He liked the icon in which Saint Seraphim is feeding the bear, and I think that attracted him to his story. Then I bought him a book about Saint Seraphim's story, and he really liked it, so he went with him. He chose Saint Seraphim of Sarov, or Saint Seraphim of Sarov chose my son. Um, then for my daughter, because we were Roman Catholic before, we were actually Cradle Catholic. So all of our names have a saint, have a Catholic saint. Or we are named after a Roman Catholic saint. So in my daughter's case, her name is Anna Maria, which is Anna after the grandmother of our Lord Jesus Christ, and Maria after the Holy Theotokos. So for her chrismation, we decided to choose Saint Anna for her because I felt the Holy Theotokos was a given. The Holy Theotokos, I have always had a very close relationship with her, and I put my children in her hands every day. So I thought this is a given. So let me add another saint to her life so that this saint intercedes and prays for her every day. So we chose Saint Anna, the grandmother of our Lord Jesus Christ. In my case, my name, here on YouTube I go by Winnie, which is my nickname since I was a baby, but my real name is Wilmary. Now, in the States they cannot say Wilmary, so they say Wilmary or Wilmary. That's why I go by Winnie or Wilma or Mary. But as you see, this name has Mary in it. So I too had the name of the Holy Theotokos, or was named after the Holy Theotokos. Um, and again, since I was a little girl, I always felt very close to her. I belonged to this Roman Catholic group called the Daughters of Maria, or Maria's Daughters. And we learned to pray the Rosary there, and we learned the devotion to the Holy Theotokos. Then when we converted to Eastern Orthodoxy, it just makes sense that, you know, she was already with me. I think she prayed me into the Eastern Orthodox Church. But because of this, I thought, or I feel like she has always been with me. Either, I mean, whether I choose her as a matron saint or not, she is with me. So I decided to choose as a patron saint Saint Nectarius, Abbot of Valem. Why? Because as I was learning about Orthodoxy, I found his story. And he wasn't a well-known saint, not here in United States. And also Nectarius is my maiden name, which I thought that's pretty cool, and it cannot be a coincidence. Maybe this saint has prayed me into the church, you know, even before I knew about the church. And I liked the idea of having two saints being my matron and patron saint. So I chose him, or he chose me. And also I feel like by having him, I get to teach people about him, because here in the United States, people don't know much about him. When I say that Saint Nectarius is my patron saint, they usually assume that he's Saint Nectarius and Celsius from Rome, not from Russia. So when I tell them, no, it's Saint Nectarius from Russia, they're like, oh, I've never heard about him, which is funny because we've heard about Saint Herman of Alaska, but not from Saint Nectarius of Valem. And Saint Nectarius of Valem is actually the abbot who sent Saint Herman of Alaska to Alaska, or to America. So I think it's a pretty neat way to let people know who he is. Even my current priest, when he asked me who your patron saint is, I said Saint Nectarius of Valem, and he said, oh, Saint Nectarius and Celsius, that's what you mean. And I said, no, Saint Nectarius, Abbot of Valem. And he didn't know who he was. So I got to tell him about the story, and then he researched it, and it was pretty cool, because the church I go to right now is called Saint Herman of Alaska. So it was kind of ironic that they didn't know who sent Saint Herman of Alaska to America. So anyways, I chose him, or he chose me, not by coincidence, although it seemed like a coincidence. But at the time I thought it is a given that the Holy Theotokos is always with us, and I'll just going to add someone else to pray for me because I need it. And then after that, we chose Saint Nicholas as our family patron saint. And I chose him because he loves children, because he took care of so many families, that I felt this is very fitting. And we chose him. And I know some people don't have a family patron saint, but this is also a Roman Catholic costume, so I felt like something was missing actually when we became Eastern Orthodox. So when I learned that this is also done in Eastern Orthodoxy, it was like, oh, great. Now I can have that too. So this is how we chose our matron and patron saints. Um, I believe it was very personal in our case. I believe we identified with these saints for one reason or the other. Um, at the moment of our chrismation, the priest told me or asked me if my son William wanted to go with Saint Basil, because apparently William translates as Basil, but my son said that he had already chosen Saint Seraphim of Sarov. Um, so the priest went with it. Then in my case, the pani, or the priest's wife, it was an ACROD parish. She suggested the Theotokos because of my name, and I explained to her how I felt about. I already had the Holy Theotokos with me, and how I wanted to bring San Nazarius closer to me, and the reasons why, and she agreed with me. So I was chrismated Nazarius, and now we go to a ROCOR parish in which I receive communion as Nazarius. Actually, as Son of God Nazarius. I don't know why he says Son of God. If someone knows, let me know. Because before this, I used to receive communion as daughter of God Nazarius. But now, the priest always says Son of God Nazarius. But he also says this for Catharines or Annas. It doesn't really matter if it's a female saint. He always says Son of God. I don't know why. If someone knows, please let me know. Also, before I go, some people have commented that I should go back to the Roman Catholic faith because it's the one true faith. You have commented that on my other videos. I appreciate your concern, but I believe the one true faith is the Eastern Orthodox faith. I will not go back to the Roman Catholic faith because you leave a comment down below. So you either watch these videos to learn and respect my opinion, or just don't comment. It doesn't make any sense. I was Roman Catholic. I am not anymore, and I'm not planning to go back. So save yourself some typing and don't even try that. Just be respectful of my opinion. Thank you. Bye-bye.